You've lived through decades of change, wars, weddings, heartbreaks, and miracles. You've raised families, buried loved ones, built memories. And now, here you are. 60, maybe 70, maybe 80. Still standing. Still strong. But what if, one evening, as you're sitting quietly at home, your heart suddenly skips, or stops, and no one's around to help? That's not fear talking. That's a wake-up call. At Health 247, we're here to prepare you, not scare you. To give you simple, life-saving tips for the moments you never saw coming. Because your life matters. And growing older should mean growing stronger, not more vulnerable. So stick with us. Learn how to protect yourself, love yourself, and live fully, every hour, every day. This is Health 247, where age is not a weakness. Every 40 seconds in America, someone has a heart attack. That's more than 2,000 people every single day. And if you're over 60, your risk is higher, not because you're weak, but because your heart has carried you through a lifetime of stress, grief, joy, and endurance. Now here's something most people don't talk about. For millions of seniors, the heart attack doesn't happen at the hospital, or at the doctor's office, or even in a crowd. It happens at home. In a quiet living room. While watching TV. Or reaching for a glass of water. Alone. And when no one's around to help, those first few minutes become the most critical minutes of your life. Minutes that can mean the difference between survival and silence. But here's the good news. And you need to hear this loud and clear. You can survive a heart attack, even if you're alone. Yes, you. Right where you are. Not with superpowers. Not with luck. But with the right actions, taken at the right time. That's why today, we're not just giving you medical advice. We're handing you a plan. A roadmap. A set of tools that could save your life, or the life of someone you love. Because one day, these 7 tips may not just be helpful. They may be the reason you wake up the next morning. So stay with us. Give us a few minutes of your time. And in return, we'll give you something more valuable than gold. Peace of mind, and a second chance, if you ever need it. Tip 1. Learn to recognize the warning signs early. A heart attack doesn't always crash into your life like thunder. It doesn't always feel like a movie scene, someone grabbing their chest and falling to the floor. Sometimes, it whispers. Quiet. Subtle. Easy to ignore. It might start as a dull ache in your chest, the kind you think is just heartburn. Or a shortness of breath, like you've just climbed a flight of stairs, even if you haven't moved. Or maybe it's a sudden cold sweat, for no reason. A strange tightness in your jaw. A burning in your shoulder. A pressure that wraps around your back like a belt that's too tight. And sometimes, it's not pain at all. Just a deep, heavy fatigue that seems to come out of nowhere, like your body is begging you to lie down. And here's the tricky part for seniors. Your symptoms might be different from what you've always imagined. They might be softer. Less dramatic. But no less deadly. Too many older adults brush it off. They say, "It's just gas. I'm just tired. I'll wait and see." And by the time they realize it's serious, the damage is already done. That's why we say this, loud and clear. If something feels off, never brush it off. Your body is wiser than you think. It's been keeping you alive for decades. When it sends a strange signal, listen. Don't wait for pain to scream. Respond when it whispers. Because when it comes to a heart attack, early awareness isn't just helpful, it's the first step in saving your own life. Tip 2. Call 911 immediately, don't wait. There's one thing more dangerous than a heart attack itself. And that's hesitation. Too many people, especially seniors, wait. They feel something strange, something new. But instead of calling for help, they sit in silence and think. Maybe it's just indigestion. Maybe I'll feel better if I lie down. I don't want to make a fuss. But here's the truth no one wants to admit. Waiting could cost you your life. In a heart attack, every single minute matters. The longer you wait, the more of your heart muscle dies. Quietly, invisibly, while you're trying to convince yourself it's nothing. Imagine your heart as a house on fire. The sooner the firefighters arrive, the more they can save. But if you wait, by the time they show up, all that's left is ash. That's why, at the very first sign, don't second guess. Don't be tough. Don't wait to see what happens next. Just grab your phone and dial 911. Or, if you have one, press the emergency button on your medical alert device. Don't drive yourself. Your heart is already under stress. You don't want to collapse behind the wheel or lose consciousness on the road. Call. Sit down. Stay put. Let the professionals come to you. Because when help is minutes away, every second you save might be the second that saves you. Tip 3. Chew an aspirin, if you're not allergic. Sometimes, the smallest action can hold the biggest power. And in the middle of a heart attack, that power might come from something as simple as a tiny aspirin. So here's the question. Do you have aspirin at home? Not the big, coated kind, but the low-dose, 81 milligrams, baby aspirin, that's often used for heart health. If you ever suspect you're having a heart attack, and you're not allergic to aspirin, chew one baby aspirin immediately. Yes, chew it. Don't just swallow it with water. Why? Because chewing helps it enter your bloodstream faster, breaking up the blood clots that may be blocking blood flow to your heart. Think of it like calling in a rescue crew to clear a blocked road before the damage spreads. This one tiny pill can buy you precious time. Time for emergency responders to arrive. Time for your heart to hang on. Time for you to survive. But here's a real-world tip that could make all the difference. Keep your aspirin in an easy-to-reach place. Not in a locked medicine cabinet. Not in the back of a drawer. But somewhere visible, in your nightstand, your kitchen counter, even your wallet. Because when seconds count, you won't have time to search. You'll need it right there, right then. It's just a tiny pill. But in the right moment, it could be the one that lets you live to see tomorrow. Tip 4. Stay calm and lie down, with head slightly raised. This might be the hardest part of all. Not the pain. Not the pills. But the fear. Because in that moment, when your chest feels tight, your breathing is shallow. And no one's around. Panic wants to take over. But here's the truth. Panic is your enemy. And calm is your ally. So here's what to do. Find a safe place to sit or lie down. If you're near a recliner, that's perfect. If not, use a pillow to gently prop your head and shoulders up. You don't want to lie flat, that puts more strain on your heart and lungs. You want to be slightly elevated, just enough to help your heart do less, not more. Now breathe. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. Slow. Deep. Gentle. Like you're rocking your own heart to sleep. Drop your shoulders. Loosen your hands. Unclench your jaw. Let the tension melt away, piece by piece. Because every ounce of stress adds pressure to your heart. Like pouring fuel on a fire that's already burning. But when you stay calm, you're telling your heart, I've got you. Hang in there. Help is coming. And that calm, that quiet, focused calm, can make all the difference in the world. It's okay to be scared. But don't let fear control you. Let your breath guide you. Let your calm carry you through. Tip 5. Don't move unless you absolutely have to. In moments of panic, your mind tells you to do something, anything. Walk. Stand. Get a glass of water. Find your medication. Go to the door. Call the neighbor. But please, don't. Do not move unless it's absolutely necessary. Here's why. When you're having a heart attack, every movement, even a few steps, puts more strain on a heart that's already fighting to survive. It's like asking a tired engine to climb a hill when it's already overheating. You might feel the urge to go get help. But help is already coming. You've called 911, remember? You might want to pace around the room because you're scared. But movement feeds the fear, and fear feeds the heart stress. What your body truly needs is for you to stay where you are. Stay seated. Stay still. Let your heart do as little work as possible. Even if you're alone. Even if it feels wrong to just wait. Stillness is not weakness. In this moment, it's strength. It's strategy. It's survival. Let go of the need to do. And instead, just be. Breathe. Stay calm. Stay still. Your stillness is your power now. And it gives your heart the fighting chance it needs. Tip 6. Unlock the door, if you're able. You've called 911. You're staying calm. You're lying still. But there's one more action, just one, that could help save your life. Unlock the front door. It sounds simple. Maybe even small. But in a true emergency, that one small action could save precious time. Imagine this. Paramedics arrive. Sirens blaring. Every second counts. But your door is locked. And they're stuck outside, forced to break it down. Losing the very moments your heart can't afford to lose. So if, and only if, you still have the strength, get up slowly and unlock the door. Then go back. Sit or lie down. Stay still. Breathe. And if getting up isn't safe, that's okay. Emergency responders are trained to get in, no matter what. But if you can make it easier, you're giving them a head start. And giving yourself a better chance. Now, let's talk preparation. If you live alone, consider installing a smart lock that responders can access. Or place a lockbox outside with a spare key, and share the code with 911 when you call. It may feel like a small thing. But in a moment when everything hangs in the balance, that one unlocked door could be the door between life and death. So take this tip to heart. And make it part of your emergency plan today. Tip 7. Create a heart attack survival kit today. You've learned the signs. You know what to do in the moment. But what about before that moment even arrives? Here's a powerful truth. Preparation is your best defense. That's why we want you to create a simple, clear, easy-to-use heart attack survival kit today, not someday. What should it include? A list of your medications, so paramedics know exactly what you're taking. Emergency contact numbers, family, friends, neighbors who can be called immediately. A few baby aspirins, ready to chew at a moment's notice. A medical ID or alert bracelet, information right there on your wrist. Instructions for paramedics, taped on your fridge, or right near your front door. Keep all of this in one easy-to-find place, not buried under paperwork or tucked away in a drawer. And here's the most important part. Tell a trusted friend or neighbor exactly where your kit is. Because when seconds count, knowing where to look can be the difference between life and death. This kit isn't just a box of items. It's your peace of mind. Your lifeline. Your way to say, I'm ready. So don't wait. Start building your heart attack survival kit right now. Because being prepared today means giving yourself the best chance to see tomorrow, and many tomorrows after that. Advice for elderly people on surviving a heart attack alone. To all our seniors watching today. You've lived through decades of challenges, joys, and growth. Your heart has carried you this far, through every high and every low. Now, it's time to give your heart the care and respect it deserves. Especially when you might be facing danger alone. Remember, knowing the signs and acting quickly can change everything. It's not about fear, it's about empowerment. Take these tips seriously. Learn the warning signs. Keep your phone close. Chew that aspirin if you can. Stay calm, lie down, and don't move unless absolutely necessary. Unlock your door to help responders reach you faster. And prepare your heart attack survival kit today. These aren't just steps to follow, they are your tools to protect your life. Your way to say, I am prepared. I am strong. I am worth saving. And please, don't be shy to ask for help or share your plan with loved ones. There's strength in community, even if you live alone. Your life matters deeply, not only to you but to those who love you. Every moment you prepare is a gift to yourself and those who care about you. So stay vigilant, stay calm, and stay prepared. Because your heart story isn't over yet. And there are many beautiful chapters still to come. You don't have to be a doctor to save a life. You don't have to be young to survive a heart attack. All you need is to know what to do, and be ready to act when it counts. You've made it this far in life. Through ups and downs, through joys and challenges. You've gained wisdom, grit, and strength that no one else has. Now, it's time to add one more powerful tool to your toolkit, preparedness. So please, take this seriously. Learn these tips. Practice them in your mind, imagine what you would do. Share them with a friend or neighbor, because knowledge is strongest when shared. And remember this. When the moment comes, you won't be truly alone. You'll have these 7 life-saving tools right by your side. And sometimes, that's all you need. To stay alive. To keep breathing. To keep living the life you love and cherish. Because your story is far from over. And the best chapters are still waiting to be written. If this video helped you, please give it a subscribe, like, and share it with someone over 60. It might just save their life too. Stay safe. Stay strong. And keep living fully.